So it is time to prepare to finish this week very, very strong within the green. I'm going to be explaining to you step by step how to trade the best setups at the best prices, going over the key levels of interest that we're planning to trade at, key confirmations and strategies to use at the overall key levels, where to be going long and buy and call options, where to be going short and buy and put options. Let's get straight into the analysis. And then towards the end, I'm going to be going over all the massive wins that we ended up having. So in terms of the SPY, it did end up, selling off from the 670s. For those of you who watched that video, 674 was the best price to short in the overall SPY range. And it's been dropping ever since it's been hitting that, mid 670s. We had some nice dip buying opportunities on Tuesday. For those of you who tuned into that live stream that I did, you guys witnessed me and traded alongside me, buy call options at the exact lows 3 times, timing those trades perfectly for very, very quick 50 to 70% plus profit returns. But with that being said, we're gonna go over all the massive wins, into today. I don't know why my fucking Thinkorswim keeps on freezing. But anyways, let's get into this, man. We're gonna get into the wins towards the end, but in terms of the game plan, we're gonna start off with the weekly chart. One thing to bring awareness to is the weekly chart is going to be an attempt for a bullish closing week, right? We got 2 days left. And with that being said, one of the best things you can do is to buy oversold dips. For those of you who watch the game plan, you are well aware best level for puts was in that 674 range. It nearly hit. It missed it by 1 point. Then we had the massive sell-off. And then in terms of the ideas for calls, you guys are all well aware. I told you that the SPY was likely going to bounce first right here at 667.50. Surely enough, there was a nice scalping opportunity on calls as it pumped all the way to 670 after hitting our key level to buy calls. And then you guys are all well aware that the best level to be buying call options was at the gap for a gap close reversal, and that ended up being the exact lows on Wednesday. As you can see right here, this is our key level of interest to be buying calls at 665. SPY's already having a nice gap close reversal along with a small gap up during the extended hours trading session. So all the levels worked. All the strategies worked. Like I said on my last stream, I did 3 trades on calls and I bought them at the exact lows each time. And then in terms of G-Roar, he absolutely crushed it today with 6. He had 6 massive wins. I'm going to be going over all those trades towards the end, man, but this was a massive winning day that we had on Wednesday. Tuesday was insane with some of the scalps. But look, this is what you need to understand. The weekly chart, right? Not saying it's going to be a strong bullish closing trend week, but what the weekly chart is signaling is that it's favoring the bulls and it's going to attempt to close strong and bullish. That's one of the patterns. In terms of the patterns, green, red, green. And then as you could see, next week is attempting to close bullish and we're already gapping up into the close of the week, right? Green, red, green. Next week is bullish, right? It's bottoming at similar, price action with a break and retest, right? So the point being is, due to the weekly chart pattern, the SPY could potentially close strong into this week. So the best thing we could really do is to buy oversold dips of the new key levels of interest that I'm going to be explaining to you. Break and retest levels. Whenever SPY is a massive breakout, wait for it to drop back down and retest to buy calls. And I'm going to be going all over all that, right? And I'll be explaining to you how to determine and confirm if it's actually going to be a strong bullish trending week. But that's what the more macro perspective, the weekly chart is signaling. Now, you need to be aware of the more micro. So I'm going to be going over the 20-day, 30-minute chart patterns, and I'm going to be explaining to you what to look for. So in terms of the micro trend pattern recognition, it's basically saying that the most likely outcome is going to be a bullish recovery first, then it's going to try to sell off when it retraces back towards the all-time highs, which could be into the close of Friday, if not Monday. So in terms of all the patterns that I'm seeing, this is what it looks like to me. It looks like if you go back to beginning with October 2nd, the pattern right now, it looks like this. It looks like we're going to continue to trade within a channel, and then there is going to be an attempt to drop once again. You guys are all well aware we was interested in puts towards 674, towards that all-time high area, and it literally topped out at 673. And then we were planning to buy calls right here at 667. And then we were also planning to buy calls here at 665. We had all those trades on calls today, fucking crushed it. Also massive wins on puts. We're going to be going over that. But anyways, you can see that, you know, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clear all this out, right? Because that was mainly focused on a game plan, but this is still a key level of interest to be buying calls 661 to 666 to 660 and 655, right? But I'm gonna quickly clear all this out, and let's see, these are going to be the new key levels of interest. So in terms of the pattern, like I said, this is what it looks like. So heading into the rest of the week, I want you to focus on October 2nd up until October 10th for pattern and trend channel recognition for what's currently happening, right? Basically right now, we got like the, we got like the Batman type of pattern right here. And basically the most likely outcome in a situation like this would be a bullish recovery and then it starts to drop, or it just meets it halfway and starts to sell off. So this is what I want you to be focusing on, right? You could just see in terms of the similarities, like the way this moved up, then it came back down, the way this moved up, came back down, it formed this like kind of wings, kind of like Batman type of signal right here. Even here, this looks a lot similar in a way. Then it had this recovery, then it had this hard sell-off, right? So there's going to be phenomenal opportunities, man. Look, one of the easiest ways to play puts in terms of, for those of you wondering, like, when is shit gonna hit the fan? When are we gonna have another crazy move to buy puts at a support level, right? It's gonna be this level right here. This is the support level, and you guys are well aware within this overall market, we've been avoiding puts hit support. We've been buying calls, but 665 already played out. We smashed calls on it. I told the team to automatically buy calls there. They didn't even need the alert. I literally said this is an auto buy level, and it bottomed at the exact level, and it hit our profit target and actually went a point above the 6-6 profit target. But anyways, the gap close reversal already played out. So this is going to be a free money play. This is a free money play, and it's going to be rare because in terms of adapting to overall market conditions, ever since market's just been pushing for new all-time highs nonstop, we've been avoiding puts at support. The last trade that I took on puts on support was when it went below 666 on this day and had a massive sell-off, and we crushed it. So the new level is going to be like 665 right here, 665.30 to 664. This is going to be the new put zone. So once the SPY, right, our previous call zone, where we absolutely crushed it today, automatically buying calls, it was all written out, the game plan, is now going to be the put zone, right? So whenever that decides to crack, which could be by the end of the week or it could be into next week, we'll have to see. That's where we're going to buy puts. But in order to buy puts at that zone, it has to go below. So we have to go below this zone, right? It has to crash below, spike back up to retest, right? Breakdown, retest, lower highs, buy the puts, ride it back down. And then what's going to happen is it's going to drop to this 655, which is going to be our next level of interest to be buying call options when the SPY has that bearish move to the downside. That's going to be our new automation levels to be buying calls in between 665 to 650 to 652. Very, very strong break and retest zone. Another very, very strong break and retest zone is going to be 648 mid and 646 key support, right? This is a break and retest level that triggered a major bear trap where the bulls took over, and it has not been tested during normal trading hours. Once it's tested during normal trading hours, it's likely going to bounce first. You can strongly consider automatically buying calls at 655. Another key oversold zone to be buying calls, 655, but and 652. This overall zone is a strong zone for calls. Zone below that, 648.60 to 646, another break and retest zone that has not been tested during normal trading hours, where massive bear traps were created for massive spikes, right? So I'd explained to you that you need to be buying calls at 667 and 665. the SPY had very nice spikes initially when those first levels were tested, and the trade ideas worked perfectly. And I also explained to you how we were interested in the puts towards that 674 range. So the levels have been working absolutely phenomenal, and we've been crushing it, as you'll see towards the end if you're not in our group. But like I said, man, this is the call zone and this is the call zone, right? So that's more macro. This is going to take some time to happen, but when it happens, losing is going to be a personal choice. Now, in terms of what you really need to focus on heading into tomorrow, I mean, if this went below 665 tomorrow or into Friday, then it's more micro. It's going to be a short-term play on the puts, and then the calls at 655. But this is what you need to understand, man. The Bulls are still in this. The Bulls are still in this. In terms of more micro, right? So I kind of started off with more macro, and now I'm winding it down to the more micro trades. So those levels that I just disclosed are going to take some time to hit. And as SPY gets closer to the levels, or as we get more chart development, I'll have more confirmation if it remains an automatic buy level or if it is still an automatic buy level, if it's an auto buy level, and just more updates and confirmations on those levels. But that's where I stand now with those overall levels. And I'll keep you up to date if they are automatically buy levels. Like I said, 655, very strong automatic buy level. Once we drop below 665, very strong automatic buy level for puts, and then 655 lower level for calls. But look, this is one pattern that I am signaling that I am seeing on the daily chart, right? So you can see we got this channel, right? We got a lot of similarities. Ooh, I'll go a little bit further back actually. Let's take a look at this. So as you guys can see right here, you got this like green gap up, pin down, green gap up, pin down. Then the SPY starts the channel. Then the SPY starts the channel. In terms of similarities within the channel, you're going to see right here we have this trend reversal red, cracks the low, previous day lows, cracks, spikes back up, red, cracks the previous day lows, bottoms at the gap, close reversal. This was the 665 level where I told you to automatically buy calls at. Shout out to everyone who bought calls at the gap. Reminded the team within the chat to automatically buy calls there. It was a phenomenal trade where you would have been buying at the exact lows. And as you can see, we got a lot of similar cycles, right? Trend reversal red, red pin facing up, red pin facing up. The next day, as you can see right here, so let's go back to the previous day, take the closing price, 669.12. Next day it opened up at 670.25. So the point being is, the pattern that right now that's in play is history's repeating itself. And I already disclosed to you that the weekly chart pattern is bullish, right? So we're seeing a more confirmed pattern of that, history is going to repeat itself. SPY is going to try to have a gap and go to retest all-time highs. Then it will attempt to sell off, not that it's going to. So basically, with this trend recognition that I'm showing you and what's in alignment here is SPY had a small gap up this day, and then it had a strong bullish close. So it opened up at 670.25. It bottomed at 669.42. So it had a small drop towards the open, then it had a strong bullish trending close. And the week's about to close, and I already had explained to you, the weekly chart pattern is signaling it's going to try to be a strong bullish weekly close. And if you study historically of the weekly chart pattern, especially in a bullish market, whenever the SPY breaks out and retests and forms a green, red, green, the next week tends to be a bullish closing trending week, which is why it was just such a no-brainer to be buying those calls at that oversold 665 gap. So again, shout outs for those of you who use the game plan and use the strategy. With that overall strategy, that's the strategy that I've created, within the market. That was literally the foundation of Trader Society, of launching Trader Society and everything. Literally that strategy, that was the foundation of Trader Society. And to this day, we use the strategy. It typically comes around, I would say, 2 to 3 times a week, and it works 90% of the time. So anyways, man, this is what we need to focus on. Right now, SPY's gap and up from 667.80. If we open up with the gap up, history's going to try to repeat itself. And what's going to happen is it's going to be something like this, where the SPY has a gap up and it keeps on going up and it tries to close bullish. So the overall game plan for today is, in terms of the overall trend, as long as the SPY is holding above, this is going to be the key level right here. This is going to be the level right here. So we closed at 667.80. Let's see. So this is going to be the zone. 667.20 to 666.88. As long as we're above this zone, SPY's considered bullish. If SPY's considered bullish, we're going to be buying calls towards market open on dips. That's the plan. So one of the confirmations that we're going to be looking for is a gap up, right? Market hasn't opened up with a gap up yet, but right now we are having a small gap up, just like it did recently when it formed this same daily chart pattern. And also, like I said, the weekly chart pattern did state that SPY is going to attempt to close, bullish trending week. We're taking this one day at a time. We're not sitting here saying, we're not sitting here saying Friday is going to have a strong bullish closing week. We take this one day at a time. And based off of the weekly chart and the daily chart pattern, as long as we're gapping up and maintaining above the previous closing price or even slightly below it, which would be absolutely lowest, 666.78, it's going to be a strong bullish trend day. And you're going to want to focus on just buying call options heading into tomorrow. The only thing that can break the trend is if we start to go below 666.80. So if there is a break of trend, let's take a look at this here. If there's a break of trend, then this is what I would need to be fully convinced. We would have to go below 660 like 4 mid, right? Even this is dangerous territory, man. Take a look at this. Look at this. Look at these recent patterns. You're going to see right here. Look at this. Resistance, resistance. You see the red trend reversal and then the green. This is the engulfing reversal pattern. Bullish trend day. We nailed it on calls that day. Non-stop winning on calls. Anyways, came back down to retest this break and retest level. Trend reversal red, trend reversal green, trend reversal red, trend reversal green, break, retest, same pattern on a break and retest, and it was at a gap close reversal. It reversed at the gap with a bullish engulfing at the same level, bullish engulfing, and then it had a gap close reversal. You really do have to question yourself on what you're doing with your trading career if you didn't buy calls towards the exact lows on the day, because this was all strategically planned out in the last video. And I'd stated to the team that they don't even need the alerts. I literally told them just automatically get in. This is going to reverse at 665. So the confirmations were there. SPY's reversing at the gap, and it's also gapping up. And the weekly chart signaled that it was a bullish weekly pattern. So this was an absolute no-brainer. And the higher level for calls worked out as well, 667 to 669. So like I said, you really got to question what you're doing. If someone gives you a strategy to buy calls at the low and you buy puts at the low instead, really got to question, like, why aren't you buying calls at the low if this was all written out in advance? Like, wouldn't be me, man. We had this automatically planned out, literally bought automatically at the speed of light, didn't even have to alert it. But anyways, it's having a successful break and retest, gap close reversal, weekly chart pattern signals bullish closing week, the daily chart signals bullish move, right? So again, these are going to be very strong levels of interest to be buying call options. The only way there's a break of trend heading into tomorrow, and this level also qualifies into Friday and next week. Only way the Bears can take this is below 665. If we start to go below, but look, I don't even feel comfortable with that. This right here, 664.70 to 664. If the SPY goes below this and it channels in this range and maintains resistance, that's the only way I'm buying puts. Otherwise, I'm all over calls heading into tomorrow. So if this is a break of trend, if the SPY goes below this level, forms lower highs, and it trades in the channel, and it's staying below 665, then my mindset is puts. I'm going to be doing puts. I'm going to be staying away from calls, right? You see how things change? Remember, I was interested in buying calls at 665. Well, now I'm saying if it goes below 665, now I'm buying puts. Last time, there was no, oh, well, if it goes below 665. No, last time it was, I'm automatically buying calls at 665. And then if it goes below that, I'll get in at 660 and make it all back and more. That was our next key level for calls, but 655 would be the absolute best. So for a break of trend, SPY has to go below 665, react as a resistance. If it does that, I'm in puts. Now, in terms of oversold levels, this right here is a very oversold break and retest level with the red-green pattern. 666. If it reacts bullish, buy the calls. This right here is another oversold break and retest level with the red-green pattern where SPY's been having these very successful break and retests. Right below the gap, 667.80, right? And remember, last time this gapped up with this specific pattern, there was a small drop. I think it dropped about 75 cents towards open, and then it rocketed. So I'm telling you, this zone right here, this is going to be your absolutely phenomenal call zone right here. 660.80 to 667.50, and then keep your eyes on the gap. So those are all of our levels for calls. If there's a break of trend, we're buying puts all the way down here. We are not buying puts up here. If we're gapping up, we're looking for the game plan on calls. Like I said, if we're gapping up, we're looking for a morning dip buying opportunity very, very early into the day. In terms of where we would be retracing on this overall bullish trend day, one thing I'm going to do is in terms of measuring the overall price action is I'm going to go back to recent times at recent prices when this occurred. And in terms of last time, this went from 670 to 673. So it had about a 3-point move from the previous closing price, right? So we'll round it up, 668. So in terms of realistically where we can be going heading into tomorrow, as long as we're maintaining above 666 mid and ideally opening up with a small gap up as a strong confirmation, is going to be right here towards this overall range of 671, right? 671 to 671.77. And then this is when the opportunities for puts start opening up at major resistance instead of waiting for it to go below 665. But once that happens, we will be all over puts, right? So for those of you, you can remember towards the future, because one thing we do is we set price alerts. You know, I don't have to update you every single time on the same exact levels unless it's like an important update if something changed with the level or if it got upgraded or downgraded. Sometimes levels get upgraded from automated. Sometimes they get downgraded where it's no longer automated. That rarely happens in terms of the downgrade. And then sometimes levels can change from bullish to bearish, stuff like that. But this is where things stand now, and this is what you want to use, and just use the confirmations of the 30-minute chart that I've been explaining to you. But you know, in terms of the range for puts, this is a breakdown and retest level at 671.80. This is a key level for puts, and above that is going to be 673 to 675 zone to new all-time highs. Those are going to be your upper levels for puts. And like I said, in terms of this overall, pattern, one of the possibilities in a situation like this, as you can see, this just looks very, very similar. You just take a look. The way this dropped, we have this rapid spike back up towards all-time highs. Then we sell off. And then once, if you're wondering, when is SPY going to fall off a cliff? A lot of people say like, oh my gosh, the market's going to crash. The market's going to crash. They say every single day it's going to crash. If you want to know when the market is actually going to crash, I'll tell you. This is the easiest way to do it. You just wait for it to go below our level. We have a special support level that's going to work. And when we buy puts at this level, it's going to put the bulls, the people betting against us, when we're buying puts, it's going to put these traders on life support. That's what it's going to fucking do. They're going to get absolutely fucking destroyed. Do you understand? So if you're wondering when the market is actually going to crash, instead of, trying to get in at the exact peak, and then when you get in at the exact peak, yeah, you have some small wins, you have some small moves, but it can keep on pushing higher. Like if you're actually wondering the safest way to do this in a bull market, if you're looking for that massive move, like the massive crashes, one's going to have the massive crash, is to actually focus on the crash at support. Because SPY can crash at resistance levels all fucking day. It could do this all day. It could just crash, 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 crash. But everyone's like, when is this big market crash going to happen? It's going to happen when it cracks the support. Not when it tops and tops and tops and pushes higher and higher. No. The only way to predict this shit and get in is when it cracks support. So if you're wondering when it's going to happen, I told you. When we go below 665. Until then, bears are getting squeezed into fucking oblivion. So that's how I trade. That's how I keep it. Super, super simple. Even with puts in the territory we're in, I'm being extremely cautious and careful with puts. If you're wondering, my most confident idea on puts and where my true size will be at is actually at the lower level in this situation. Not until the market goes below 665, I'm putting in true size. If I try to put it 672 or 674, 675, I'm sizing down, and also my standards are high. I'm using the best confirmations possible. Red, green, red, double green, red, major resistance, breakdown and retest, lower highs, trend reversal confirmations, right? I'm being extremely meticulous and picky with the confirmations at the overall puts. And I'm not quite even too interested in it, but I will keep an eye out for it. And it's more of a scalp. As a bear and as someone who would want to buy puts, I really just want to do it below 665. And that's what I would recommend for beginners. Sometimes it's not just like, oh, the higher level is the better level. No, it's like, what is the smooth ride? Because we're all well aware, SPY could crash towards all-time highs again, but it could just keep pushing higher, and it could just, have small drops, small drops, small drops. But everyone wants to know, you could try to pick the tops here, be like a picker, try to pick the exact fucking peak of all-time highs, right? You could try to do that and make small gains. You could try it. But everyone wants to wonder, man, when's that like 1000% play out of the fucking ballpark gonna happen where you just buy puts and the confirmation is it just drops below the level? That's it. I don't need any confirmation but that. If I'm buying puts towards all-time highs, I need the best confirmations. But if I'm buying puts in a situation like this, if we go below 665, dude, we're talking free fall. This can drop 5 to 10 points at the speed of light. We're talking 1000% on puts. That's the real move on puts. So I'm teaching you how to win. I'm showing you the best setups to this prices. I'm showing you exactly what we're going to do. And these game plans will continue to work. And they will continue to print every single day. There's not another trader on this fucking planet who told you to buy calls at the gap. There was a gap right here at 665. Told you to automatically get in. One of the best levels for calls. As soon as we hit the gap, red, green, break and retest. Red, green, break and retest. Of course, it skyrockets. You think it's an accident that we buy calls at the exact lows? You think it's an accident when I turn on a live stream and I make 3 trades, and each one of those trades, I bought the calls at the exact lows, and each one of those trades went up 100% at the speed of light. So I got the money-making systems. It's your choice if you want to make the money with the systems. If not, you guys are more than welcome to bet against it and lose money. So it's as simple as that. That's the overall game plan. In terms of our higher levels for break and retest heading into tomorrow, I already explained to you these are all of our break and retest levels where we're planning to buy calls as markets gapping up. I'll be keeping my eyes on this level right here, 668.50. And look, these are going to be our higher levels, right? So if SPY drops, bottoms at the lower levels, or if SPY's just bottoming at these levels, these are going to be all levels of interest where I'm looking to buy calls tomorrow. This level right here, this level right here, all levels of interest to be buying call options. So if SPY's gapping up, if SPY's holding above 666, I'm looking to buy calls at all of these levels with confirmations. It could potentially drop about 75 cents from market open, looking to kind of just automatically get in if it gaps up on calls for history to repeat itself. This is our prime level for calls if the market gaps up, is going to be right in between this range in terms of dip buying. This is absolutely peak prime to be buying calls. This is very, very special, very, very rare in between this zone. Our upper zone is going to be right here. And this will be our upper resistance zone. That's the less oversold level for continuation for that move of 671. The absolute last level is going to be right here. Those are all of the levels for call options. Into the market open, we will be looking for, a small dip to be buying if we're gapping up. And if things got really ugly, we would be looking to get in right here as well. So these are all levels to be buying calls on a break and retest. When the trends confirm bullish and reacting bullish, we will continue to take advantage of each level on the way up. These are all of the levels right here. This is the only level where we're looking to buy puts below 665. And the market's going to try to drop first in between this zone. I would encourage the higher level. We'll call it mid 671 for a put. Scalp the puts right there, especially if 672 puts go out of the money. And then the next range for puts would be 674 to new all-time highs, right? Just be aware that the bulls are coming in hot and we are getting ready to print. All we're going to be doing is focused on buying call options, using the break and retest, using the 30-minute chart, using the levels. As long as the SPY is above 666, there's absolutely no fucking reason to be buying at puts. It's your choice if you want to be a degenerate. Over here, we buy calls at the low and we sell into the peaks and we time the trades very, very well. If you want to buy puts, right, at the gap at 665 and bet against us and get squeezed into oblivion, that's on you. It's your life. It's your choice. If you want to be a degenerate, by all means, be a degenerate. You know, some people are degenerates. They get sick of it and then they change because they're like, dude, they had enough pain. They're out of the phase. They had enough. They're like, dude, I don't want to be a degenerate anymore. So if you guys want to be a degenerate, you can bet against everything I just said. If you guys want to win and you want to print nonstop, use the game plans. You're going to improve. You're going to print nonstop and you're going to be like, wow, this is simple. These are the best levels in the business. It's like all you have to do is trade these levels and you'll see these are the best levels in the business. There is no other better levels to be trading. These are the best levels. There is no, oh, well, what should I do here? What should I? These are the best levels. There's no other levels. These are the best levels. You trade the best levels. You use the best confirmations. Use the 30-minute chart, right? If SPY's at a buy level on a break and retest, study all the successful break and retest on the SPY. Study all the oversold dip buying reversals. Man, it's just so simple, man. You could look for the engulfings, red, green, right? Placed at a break and retest, bullish engulfing, red, green, previous resistance, break, retest, red, green, bullish engulfing, right? Also green, red, green, green, red, green. It's like, it really doesn't get more simpler. If you're losing money in this market, I would suggest just quitting. I just don't understand like how anyone could be losing money within the overall market if they're just using the levels and using the game plans like the trades print nonstop. You can go back to that last stream I did. It's like, dude, every single trade I made, I bought calls at the exact lows. There was not a better trade that I could have made on that overall live stream, man. That's something that I'm doing a limited time on the YouTube channel publicly. Like I said, within the future, um, I do plan on launching more of a like live mentorship trading program that's exclusive and private and paid only group. But as of now, you can be on the lookout, like I said, for a limited time. I can cut this off, whenever I want. Because this is public, this is free. I don't have to do this. Like, but once I start up, the exclusive group, whenever that happens, it could be as early as 2026. I already explained a lot about that in the last video. Not gonna be going over that. But like I said, man, you could just be on the lookout for some live streams here and there. And then within some time, I'm going to be launching a live mentorship trading group. And the focus of the group is to make everyone self-sufficient and also to, unlock self-sufficiency. The purpose of the group is to teach them how I trade so they can trade exactly like me, and also to make them self-sufficient so they can create their own systems that, also build off of my trading system, but also their trading system. They can create their own trading systems. So I'm going to show them how to do both. I'm going to show them how to create their own trading system, and then I'm going to show them my trading system. So they learn how to create their own using their skill set, using, their knowledge, their way of thinking, their eyes, along with what I give them and what they learn on their journey. And then I'm also going to literally give them and show them in real time my overall system that I've created with the way I think and see of, self-sufficiency and everything like that, right? So it's going to be an amazing program because the students who actually apply themselves are not just going to be trading like me, but they're going to be trading like the absolute best version of themselves, self-sufficiency, and they're going to be able to learn, from me, from themselves, and then from other people who they come in contact with in the future. Like I said, I'm able to unlock that within people, the self-sufficiency. So I'm looking forward to that. But like I said, man, bears are in danger until we get up to like 670 mid. Like I said, it could be something like this. It could be something like this, right? You see the breakdown and retest. You see the breakdown retest. We have this sharp move up, and then it just collapses. It could be something like that. So just put it this way, man. If market is sitting, put it this way. If we're not going above this, right? So if we're not going above this and we're channeling in between this, look, if we're not going above this, if we're channeling in between this, reacting bearish, right? This is our first put zone in terms of resistance, right? If we're reacting bearish in between here, I'm looking to go puts. That's extremely bearish if we're reacting bearish in between here. And if we're reacting bearish in between here, and this is a safer way to do it unless we get the best confirmations, but if we're reacting bearish in between here, one thing you could do is you can wait for it to go back under this and then form a lower high and then buy the puts and then ride that back down. That's another thing that you can do. So that's the game plan. It does not get more easier and more simpler than this. If you guys are red using this, it's not a good sign. It's really not good. I'm telling you, the market, it does not get more simpler than easier than this. And it's not an easy market to be in when it's literally at all-time highs. It's not easy to be trading at all-time highs, but man, this is very easy. This is going to be very, very simple, very, very lucrative. Look, we're going to finish very, very strong within this week. You guys are all well aware that Fridays are known for being our absolute best days, and we're going to fucking crush it. Same way we crushed it by buying calls at the exact lows at 665. So anyways, man, if you're interested in trading alongside us, it's the first link down below in the description. You gain access to our community, our secure private network surrounded by multi-millionaires trading. You also gain access to a real-time zero-day options trading alert system. It's going to be the first link down below in the description. What we do is we buy cheap, low risk, far out of the money zero-day options on SPY. On Fridays, we trade stocks that are extremely volatile with zero dates, right? SPY is zero dates every day. Stocks don't. Stocks on Fridays, not all stocks. That's what we do. And our system is cheap, low risk, unlimited upside potential, unlimited percentage gains. We add to winners to increase the gains, right? We add to winners to increase the gains. And the way we're able to protect that added position size in our gains and avoid going green to red is by setting a profit stop. If you add to a win, you increase your position size. If you increase your position size, you could increase your gains, but you could also increase your risk if you add into a loser or if you don't set a profit stop. That's why we set a profit stop, because when we add to a win and set a profit stop, it's impossible to go green to red. We're literally adding into sizes, which doubles to triples the gains, and it's impossible to go green to red because we set a profit stop and it protects our new slightly higher average cost. On a best trades, it just keeps on going up. And then you move the profit stop up higher, and then eventually when the market has a big move against you, instead of getting profit stopped out where you originally set it, you get profit stopped out where you moved it to. That way you don't get back the bulk of your gains. You protected it and you added to the wins in a safe, low risk way to double to triple the gains. If you add to a loser, you can lose more money if the trade doesn't come back to life in the green. And if you don't set a profit stop, you can go green to red. And if you use a stop loss, you can be right about the trend, but you get stopped out before the trend works in your favor and you end up experiencing a loss. We have a system where we trade the trend. We don't use stop losses. And again, if you're wondering, like, how are you able to trade successfully by letting trades expire worthless and go to zero when you're wrong, which rarely happens, but when it does, we're able to do it in situations like this because the wins are so massive, and what we're putting into the trades is the max risk per trade. They're the cheapest, lowest risk trades. It doesn't get cheaper than this. They're only like 50 cents a contract, multiplied by 100, like $50 a trade. And it can go up $300, 300 cents a contract, 500 cents a contract, right? Unlimited upside potential, and the max downside is everything you put into the trade. But if you add to a winner and increase your size and set a profit stop, you're not taking on extra risk. You get profit stopped out. You don't go green to red. So the trick is to never use a stop loss. Let the losers expire worthless, go to zero, don't sell for L's. 7 out of 10 times when we're down 50% on a trade, it comes back to life and it goes green deep in the money anyways, because we trade the trend and we're right about the trend the vast majority of the time. Same situation as where I told you in advance to buy calls at 665, which was the exact lows where a bear trap just formed, and now SPY's already on track for new all-time highs. So that's what we do. We trade the complete opposite compared to everyone else who trades. You're going to see we're trading even the opposite of how you guys trading watching the video, unless you're in our group. You're going to see like we just do the opposite of what everyone else does. We don't use stop losses. We don't add to losers. We add to winners, and we set profit stops, and we move the profit stops up higher. We do the complete opposite of what everybody else does, and this is how we're able to win. It's like, dude, you can literally go back. I'm telling you, go back, you watch the last live stream I post. I was buying calls at the exact lows for 3 times, and so many people were printing, and so many people were banking. But there was this one guy, I was looking in the live chat when the stream was over. He took the trade and he got stopped out. He got stopped out of the trade. I'm like, dude, we don't use stop losses. What do you mean you got stopped out? I was literally in a trade on calls and I bought it near perfect, but it took about 30 minutes to play out, and it was channeling, and I got in between the middle of the channel, but it was a very small channel. So the trade only dropped like 20%, and the guy was like, I got stopped out. I lost on that. And then we were holding the trade, and then once the confirmation got better, we were even talking about adding to the trade as that person already took a fucking L. It's like, dude, the trade went up 100% at the speed of light. I'm telling you, there's no reason to use a stop loss or sell for losses if you trade the way that we trade, because the most you put in is your max risk per trade. Whatever you put into the trade, think of it as either gone if it's not going to be a win. So if you don't feel comfortable risking $50 a trade, then don't trade. You're literally risking $50 to make hundreds of dollars, sometimes over $1,000 during the power hour trades on SPX. You're risking like $50 to $100 a contract, right? And you can buy as many contracts as you want, but like I said, don't put in like more than 2 to 4% of your account. Keep it. If you have a larger account, put in less. If you have a smaller account, you're going to have to risk a little bit more. You have less of a cushion, but try your best to keep it below 4%, right? Ideally, small accounts should have at least $2,500. 4 to 5K is a sweet spot. But still, even if you don't trade options, you can trade like ES and NASDAQ. You can trade futures. You can trade prop firms with us. Just understand, though, one difference is we don't use stop loss. If you use a prop firm, you're going to get stopped out. We do tend to time the trades perfectly, but just to understand, man, we trade far the money zero options. It's the best way to trade in terms of real money. And the beauty of it is all you got to do is hold the trades and you won't be stressing, because you guys are well aware that if you use a stop loss, you lose your max risk per trade. So you shouldn't be stressing because you get stopped out and you're well aware of what you're going to lose, right? So the difference with this is everything you put in is your max risk per trade. So if it expires worthless and goes to zero, the most you lost is what you put in, right? And you could actually put in more than that without losing more because you only add to winners and you set profit stops. That's why. You see, we have a system that allows us to add to position sizes without taking on extra risk because we add to winners. And we also have a system that allows us to hold losers without selling for a loss or getting stopped out, because 7 out of 10 times the losing trade, the trades that aren't timed accurately, come back to life and they go green. And we're putting in our max risk per trade into these trades anyways, so it doesn't matter if they expire worthless or go to zero. You see, we're doing the complete opposite of what everybody else is doing. This is how we're able to win and be so successful with far out of the money zero date options. We don't worry or stress about theta decay. We have the entire day to hold the trades. We go far out of the money and we measure the profit targets accordingly in moves where we're absolutely certain, as long as we're right about the trend and the move in our favor, it's going to go in the money. We buy them very, very cheap, right? And it's going to go up a fuck ton, even if we don't time it right before it goes in the money, right? And once it goes in the money, it goes up insanely. You're going to see, man, it's a stress-free system, If you would have watched my stream, you would have been like, dude, if these motherfuckers use stop losses, they would have been stopped out on every trade. All they had to do was hold and make massive wins. And the trades didn't even drop a lot. I was literally buying at the exact lows, but there was this one trade, it took like 20 minutes to pan out, and it was just channeling, and it kept on dropping like 25% and then going up 10%, and then finally it went up 100% plus. It's like, dude, I'm telling you, if you use stop losses in this market, especially on zero dates, you are going to get screwed. You are going to get screwed every single time. There's no way. Why would you want to have a system where you have to time something absolutely fucking perfectly? That means you're also going to be aiming for smaller wins. You're not going to make any money. If you try to time it absolutely perfectly, you're going to use a stop loss or sell for a small loss, and then you're going to sell for a small win. You're always going to stay small and lose and never rise up. The only way to rise up with 0 to 8 for hard money options is to enter asymmetrical plays with high risk to reward ratios, and the most you put in is your max risk per trade. When you're green, you add to winners to increase the gains, and you set a profit stop and move the profit stop up higher. And the most you lose at most when you're on is the most is what you put in, your max risk per trade, and it's unlimited upside potential. You're going to see just by holding the trades and removing the stop losses, you're going to be green nearly every single time. I'm telling you, with the way we trade in terms of the asset class, the worst thing you can do with far out of the money zero day options is using a stop loss. I'm well aware there's a lot of people, they preach use a stop loss and they have their own things. But if you trade far out of the money zero day options and you aim for big wins, the worst thing you can do is use a stop loss. You will get stopped out the vast majority of the time, and it's also going to prone you to taking small gains. You're never going to make it. Win big, and the most you risk is your max risk per trade. Think of it as like you're not even risking 100% of the trade. You're risking your max risk per trade. That's what you're risking. So if the trade goes to zero, expires worthless, you lost your max risk per trade. That's it. It's as simple as that. Same way how people get stopped out. What did they lose? They lost their max risk per trade. Except with us, there's no stop loss. So the trade can come back to life and it can go green. And if it does, we can add to the winner, which doubles to triples the gains. I'm trying to explain to you 7 out of 10 times when a trade is red, it comes back to life and it goes green. So if we use the stop loss, we would have been stopped out 7 out of 10 of those trades that weren't timed accurately, but were with the trend. And sometimes out of those 10 trades, they're multiple 100% returns, even if they dropped over 50% plus. And we add to the winners to increase the gains. So we do the complete opposite of what everybody else does. And this is how we're able to print at the speed of light, non-fucking stop. I'm telling you, for those of you who trade far out of the money zero day options, if you're using a stop loss, you're making the biggest mistake you can possibly make. You're not going to make it, man. Futures, that's a different ball field. Not going to be getting into that. But in terms of far out of the money zero day options, if you use a fucking stop loss, you're never going to win big. You're always going to win small. And you're going to get stopped out the vast majority of the time. Guaranteed. And you're going to keep on questioning, if you're trading the trend, why would you sell for a small win? Why would you aim for a small win? If you're trading the trend, why would you get stopped out for a loss? It's like, dude, people, man. I mean, maybe I could see a stop loss if they're just trying to take like small baby wins against the trend. Because what's the point of trading the trend if you're trying to make small wins? I never understood that. Like, why would someone want to hold? Why would someone only want to make a small win if they're trading the trend? If tomorrow's going to be a strong bullish trend day, wouldn't you want to like buy the calls and like hold them for the vast majority of the day? Like, aren't you supposed to get rewarded for being right about the trend? Oh, no. You're supposed to use a stop loss, take a small loss, and then get out very, very quickly for a small win. That's what you're supposed to do, right? You're supposed to stay broke for the rest of your life, like everyone else. That's what you're supposed to do. Do that. Go ahead, do that. That's what you're supposed to do. We don't know what we're talking about. Go ahead, do that. Just sell for small wins. Use stop losses. Don't add to winners. You know, when you're selling your small wins, we're adding and we're making fucking multiple 100%. It's like, dude, you guys need to wake the fuck up and trade this way. It's the best way to fucking trade. If you're not trading this way, you're fucking missing out, man. You can, if you want to see the way we trade, it was on the live stream. I did a live stream. You can go to the channel, click on live. Watch the last one. I had 3 trades. All the trades I timed perfectly. I bought the exact lows. I made a lot of people a lot of fucking money, man. That's what I'm saying, man. You just wait and see what I create and what's created next when we launch this live mentorship trading program, man. Because the beauty of the program is, like I said, once I launch it, I'm not just going to teach people my system, right? But I'm going to teach people how I created my system. That way, they know how to create their own system. Anyone could teach you their system. Like, here's my system, but what about how did you create the system? And that's what I'm going to teach too. I'm going to teach both sides of the spectrum. That way, people can use, in terms of how I created this, they can apply it to their mindset, to their brain, to their eyes. They can apply it to themselves, and they can create something different from what I created. It's going to be fucking insane, man. It's going to be both ends of the spectrum. How I created the system and how to trade the system. Most people who have a system, they will only teach you how to use their system. Here's how I trade my system, use this system. but I'm going to teach you both. I'm going to teach you how I created my system. And if you know how I created it, you're then going to know how to create your own. And that's going to be the fucking self-sufficiency both ways. It's going to be game changing, man. But yeah, in terms of the trades that we ended up making, I'm not going to be going all over this, man. This was a fucking, there was over 14 trades made today. I had fucking 3 massive W's again. Tuesday I had 3 massive W's. All of the trades I alerted on calls went up at least 30%. Some of them went up over 100%. My auto buy alert was fucking perfect. I didn't even have to alert the trade because I literally told everyone just automatically buy at this fucking level. It was an automated level that was confirmed. So I dropped the alert beforehand. And G-Roar, he absolutely crushed it. As you can see right here, this was October 22nd. 667 SPY puts for 46 cents a contract. As you can see, we do puts as well. But in terms of my standards for puts, I've been doing puts a lot less. G-Roar has been doing, lots of puts and lots of calls. He's been doing both. I've mainly just been doing calls. I've been the guy within this market who buys calls at the exact lows and times it perfectly every fucking time. It's like, dude, go back and watch the last stream. I did it all over again. And on that same day, I bought ES at the exact low when SPY was at 671 again, and it fucking banked during fucking extended hours trading session at like 11:30 fucking PM at night. It was fucking insane, man. But anyways, 667 SPY puts for 46 cents a contract almost every single day inside of Team Roar. The morning trades they tend to be green, so you could start your mornings off with the biggest wins in the market in the first 30 minutes and call it for the day. If you choose to keep on trading after you're already green, then the most you risk is 25 to 50% of your gains. So 46 cents added at 56 cents, and as you can see, this fucking trade 107 cents, right? So that's a massive win. 667 puts for 46 cents, added at 54 cents, added to the winners as SPY is dropping, and then as you can see, sold at 103 cents, right? That's green enough to walk away, especially since we added to the winners. It doubles the fucking gains, set the fucking profit stops, right? So that's a massive W. It doesn't matter that there was a loss after this because everyone was already green enough to walk away. So put it this way, if all we had was one win and one loss, and the win is a lot bigger, than the loss, then the win rate doesn't even matter at all. You can be extremely successful at farther money 0-dates, in that situation with a 50% win rate. But in terms of this situation, it doesn't matter at all because this is a small loss. Why is this a small loss? 35 cents went to zero. Why is that a small loss? Because this was a 100% win, right? This was a 100% loss. However, we added to the win, which doubles the gains. That's why this was a small loss. But also, we won first. So since we won first, this was also a small loss because everybody knows if you choose to keep on trading, the most you risk is 25 to 50% of your gains, right? So if you have a smaller account and you take that trade, you might have to size down, which means you're risking less. If you want to trade more with a small account, you have to risk less. You can't keep risking what you risked on the trade before that because then you might go green to red, right? If you have a large account, then you just take the same amount of risk if you want. Or if you want to, just put it this way, man. If you want to make more trades, you risk less than the previous trades that you made, especially during fucking power hour, because those are the ones that can go straight to zero, but they can also go straight to 1000% plus. And power hour is fucking amazing, right? But never flip green to red in a YOLO situation when you're already green, and never go green to red on the day. So I hope that makes sense on why one green trade and one red trade does not matter at all, because this was double the gains because we added to the winners, 100% win, but we added to the winners, which doubled the gains. And also, we won first. So when we win first, if you have a small account especially, you size down that way. This doesn't even affect you in a way. Doesn't even affect you even less, right? And you can also trade more. If you size down, you can enter more trades. If you keep your size the same, then you're not going to be able to make as more trades without flipping red. The most you risk is 25 to 50% of your realized gains. If you flip red, you're a degenerate, cancel the subscription, leave the group. It's disrespectful. We don't tolerate it. If you want to be a degenerate, go be a degenerate somewhere else. We have a strong, loyal base who's been with us for years. That's who we're looking for. If you're not interested in being successful for the long term, then get the fuck out of the group. If you want to YOLO, gamble, be a degenerate, go somewhere else. We don't want your money. We're looking for serious people who are invested into this for the long term, who are here to stay and here to win and here to print every single day and here to be competent. If that's not you, then this shit's not for you. If you want to gamble and lotto, go somewhere else. Go to a fucking casino, man. 666 puts, 52 cents. 53 cents, 61 cents, 86 cents, 97 cents, puts up 50 cents. 66 puts at 52 cents, sold at 94 cents. This is all alerted in real time. Multimillionaires print at the speed of light, documented for years and years and years. You can even go on demand on Thinkorswim, and you can literally decode every single trade we made. It's all documented in track record. You can also trade alongside us in real time in the group and print at the speed of light. That's another 100% win. Who do you know is winning this much, this big, every single time on Farther Money 08 options? 665 puts again at 12:05 p.m. as if 2 wins already on puts wasn't enough. 50 fucking cents. Add 77 cents, 94 cents, 240 cents. Are you seeing this, man? Are you guys fucking awake? Are you guys awake? Name another trader who's doing this. Are you seeing this? 666 SPY puts. This was after 2 massive wins on puts already. 666 SPY puts for 50 cents a contract. Added at 60 cents a contract. You see this? SPY's at 669, right? 666 puts, 3 points out of the money, cheap, low risk, 50 cents. Added 66 cents. Look at what happens. Oh, fuck, it free falls. Oh, shit. This level right here, 665. What was that? What is this? What is this? What is this? Oh, shit. Exiting the puts at 249 cents. 50 cents. 152, 400%. 400% return, and we added to the win, which doubles the gains. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, what's this? What is this? What's this line? Oh, exiting puts. Oh, what was that? What was that? What was that post? What was that? What did I say? What did I say within the chat? What did I say? What the fuck did I say? Oh, yeah. Let's go back to that. Let's fucking go back. Dude, this motherfucker's exiting puts for 400%. And I prepped the whole fucking chat for literally, look at this. 66520. Auto buy. Auto fucking buy. What do you need me? What do you need me for? You need me for a price alert? What do you need me for? You need me to set the price alert personally on your charts for you, so you're alerted when that price hits? It's like, dude, we got you covered. You don't even need me. We got you covered. This motherfucker exits puts for 400%, and that's the exact low of day. And this motherfucker says to buy fucking calls once it goes to 66520, where he exits puts, buy 666 calls for a 667 target. So if you followed fucking instructions, you would have had 3 massive wins on puts, and then you would have bought calls at the exact lows using the gap close reversal trading strategy. Remember what's the title of the video? What was the title of the video? Let's pull it up. Let's pull up the receipts. Let's pull up the receipts for all the fucking brokies. Let's pull up this shit. Here we go. Let's fucking pull it up. Biggest stock market crash, 674. Bull rally, 665. Oh, shit. Look at that. Would you look at that? Let's see. Yep. Looks good to me. 665. 668 into the close. Yep. Calls went up multiple 100%. And before that, 400% return on puts. Man, I can't find a single fucking group on the fucking planet who's doing this. There's not a single fucking group on this fucking planet. And it's like, dude, I'm doing it live. I'm doing this shit fucking. I did a fucking live. You watch that live stream, you ain't gonna find anything like that, man. I bought calls at the lows 3 fucking times. You just wait, man. I'm telling you. Once I launch this program, like I said, I can launch it whenever the fuck I want. I don't have to do this. I haven't. The last time I did this was in 2022. I don't have to do this. And when I do it, it's going to be limited to a small group of people. And obviously it's not going to last forever. It might be like a year program, 1 year. And it's going to change a fuck ton of people's lives. But I'm telling you, man, when I fucking do this, oh my fucking gosh, dude, it is going to create absolute fucking beast within the fucking market, man. These people are going to be they're going to be doing a lot bigger things than the fucking stock market. I'm going to teach them every fucking thing. They're going to be printing non-fucking stop. Look at this, man. Look at this. 66520, auto buy 666 calls. They went deep in the money, 2.5 points. You would have printed at the speed of fucking light, man. Fucking A. Nobody does it like we do it, man. So, these are what the big green days look like, man. Oh, loss on calls doesn't matter. It's like, dude, I hope you guys understand like why we keep trading. Look, like this is a loss, and the loss doesn't matter because we won first, right? So if you flip red, you're a degenerate. Get the fuck out of the group. That's what I would say. If you can't manage risk, don't trade. If you don't know how to manage an account, if you can't manage risk, you shouldn't be trading. Just go to a fucking casino and just blow it all there. So the L's are literally the process to winning more. Like, why not stop at this L? Because 100% win on puts. Add to the winners to double the gains. 400% win on puts. Imagine if we stopped right here after that first L. Can you imagine? We would have missed out on 100% return on puts again. We would have missed out on a 400% return on puts where we added to the wins. This trade alone should be able to hold you for a couple days. If these gains can't hold you for a couple days, we're talking about a 400% return where you double your position size and add to the wins, which double the gains. If that type of massive win can't hold you for about a week, you need to get the fuck out of the market, dude. If you can't manage your risk, we're talking about a 400% return within the span of an hour, and you're adding to the wins, which doubles the gains, dude. You understand? Every contract you buy is a $200 plus profit in this situation. Every contract you buy here is more than the cost of the monthly subscription. I'm trying to tell you, man, we have a strong, loyal base who's been with us for fucking years, and they won't leave. They've experienced every fucking thing they could have possibly fucking experienced. They don't leave. They don't fucking leave. Ups, downs, highs, lows, they won't fucking leave. Because wins. The wins always outweigh the losses. Every single fucking time, man. We could have stopped here at a 50% win rate, green as fuck, but we kept on going. 100% win, 400% win, green as fuck. Oh shit, here's a loss. 100% loss. Doesn't matter at all. Manage the risk. If you can't manage the risk, don't trade, dude. If you can't be green in our look, if you can't be green in our group, I don't think you could be green anywhere else. I really don't. If you can't be green in our programs, I don't see how someone's gonna join another group and be green in that other group. I personally don't fucking see it. I really don't. If they can't be green, it's the cheapest, lowest risk, biggest wins. It's the best system in the market. Nobody's fucking doing that. Let's be real. $10,000 wired fucking to your account right fucking now. Name another trader who's doing this. Name another trader who had multiple 100% returns on puts, then buys puts again, 52 cents, and then buys puts again, 50 fucking cents, adds to the wins, and sells at 249 cents. The sell was where I told everyone to buy calls. The exit on puts was the exact entry of where I told everyone to buy calls. Dude, we got everyone in on puts, and we also got everyone in calls. Nobody's doing that. You understand? That's yin and yang. The fuck? I told everyone to buy calls at 665. This motherfucker runs up 400% at the speed of light. Exits, sells, where I tell everyone to enter calls. That's yin and yang. Who do you know yins and yangs like that? The fuck? That's the best of both worlds. That's the best of both systems. And I just auto fucking buy, man. There's nothing like our fucking group. 662 SPY puts for 38 cents. Add. Fucking 77 cents. So, these are what the green days look like, motherfuckers. You've seen the red days. You've seen them. Rarely ever happen. Well, these are what the green days look like. You can't stomach a small red day with 2 or 3 L's? You know? Once every 2 fucking 3 months, you can't do that? Then, all right, miss out on this. Miss out on this. That's why I'm saying, like, dude, if people's red in our group, they is not managing risk. They do not know how to manage their fucking account, or their account, there's nothing in their fucking account. They shouldn't be trading in the fucking first place. How the fuck is anyone gonna... You should be able to afford a fuck ton of red days after a day like this. The green days are always bigger than the red days, and there's rarely any fucking red days. And every single day, 9 out of 10 times, we start the day off green enough to walk away. So how could anyone flip fucking red? It's like, all you have to do is listen, follow the trades, and don't be a degenerate. Like, what is so hard about that? What is so fucking hard about that, man? Like, what the fuck is so hard about that, man? Fucking A. 662 SPY puts, 38 cents. Added at 48 cents. Sold at 77 cents, man. Unlimited fucking wins, unlimited fucking prints, both ways fuck, both trades fucking won. Look at this. 667 calls. Oh my goodness. In full fucking alignment. Man, shout out to fucking G-Roar, dude. G-Roar came out fucking vengeance, man. This is fucking insane, man. You guys are all well aware. In terms of Tuesday, G-Roar finally had a red day, man. He finally had a red day. In terms of what the red day looks like, I told you, every once in a while there's going to be a red day. It's going to be like 2 or 3 losses and 1 win. And you could see there was a loss right here. There was a loss right here. And there was a loss right here. There was three losses in a row, and then we had this 100% win. This was in full alignment with my live stream where I bought calls, and then shortly after that, G-Roar decided to buy calls. He said because of my live stream, he was tempted to full port on calls. And that was phenomenal. That was 100%. But like I said, we rarely have red days, but when a red day occurs, that's what it looks like. 2 or 3 losses and 1 win. But what do the green days look like? And the losses are only 100%. We're not adding to losers. This is what the green days look like. They're massive. These green days can hold you for weeks. For fucking weeks. That's why I'm telling, like, dude, if people can't, with all of that, that should be able to hold you for a week. You should be able to have like fucking 5 red days in a row and still be fucking green, managing your risk with all that. Who the fuck is doing that, man? Coming back with all that vengeance, all that winning. People was whining, bitching, complaining, freaking the fuck out. A couple new members on a fucking red day. I'm like, dude, what about the green days? Vast majority of the days are green, and the green days are so much bigger than the red days. So much wins, and the wins are fucking massive. A loss is 100%. A win is multiple 100%, and we add to the wins, which doubles the gains. Like, dude, do the fucking math. We could be profitable with win rates as low as fucking 25%, but we have the highest win rate in the games because we're the absolute best. 9.5 out of 10 days, we're fucking green. We print non-fucking stop. Of course, there's going to be some L's in between that, but in terms of green to red ratio, 95% of the time, we have green days. 95 out of 100 fucking days, we are green. Do you understand? 95 out of 100 business days, we are fucking green. If you let 5 fucking red days out of 100 let you go to fucking red, you're a fucking degenerate. Do not fucking trade. You don't know how to manage money. You don't know how to manage your fucking account. You don't know what you're doing. You're full fucking porting. Fuck. If people just listen, they'd be a lot richer. 667 spy calls, 47 cents, gap close reversal. Look at this. Look at this. 75 cents, 94 cents, 100 cents, 127 cents sold. Dude, who is winning this much, this consistent, this big? Do you understand? Who the fuck is doing this, man? Who the fuck is doing that? Unlimited fucking winning, unlimited fucking printing. 667 calls right here, 47 cents, added 46 cents. Sold at 124 cents. 200% return. My fucking gosh, man. 6705 SPX calls, 155 cents, 270 cents. Dude, fucking. My gosh, man. Fucking amazing results. Big shout out to fucking G-Roar. That was an amazing fucking trading day, man. That's what vengeance looks like, man. One small red day, couple 100% losses, big deal. Look at all the fucking W's. Look at the vengeance. Look at the multiple 100% gains. Look at the added to the wins, not adding to losers. The wins are always bigger than the losses because we add to the wins and we win more percentage-wise. The most you can lose is 100%. The most you can make is unlimited, and we add to unlimited. Not only are we making infinity, but we're adding into the infinity. Do you understand? Losses are limited. Not because we're being a fucking bitch, fucking trader, and using a stop loss, because the most the trade can go down is 100%. It's not like we're short in penny stocks, putting ourselves in positions where we can fucking get squeezed into infinity and lose fucking more than 100%. No. The most we can lose is 100%, which is our max risk per trade. What we put into the contract, it's already gone. Unless we win and we make it all back and fucking more and print like fucking crazy, which we do the vast majority of the time. So, y'all need to get in the group. Y'all need to join this group. You need to get in, and you need to start printing. And you need to start printing at the speed of light. Had you used my game plan, you would have made back more than the cost to join the group. Had you watched that live stream, you would have made hundreds of dollars, if not thousands of dollars. So there's no fucking excuse. There's no fucking reason for you not to be in here. If you want to be in the best fucking group, I'm giving you the opportunity to do it. It's the first link down below in the description. You gain access to the best secured private organization of zero-day options traders. You gain access to the best real-time zero-day options trading alert system. And then in the future, for those of you who are interested, the small percentage of you who are interested in learning the system, and not just learning our system, but learning how to create your own systems within the market, which many of you will go off and do. You'll be creating your own systems, man. That's the thing. You know, if someone learn someone else's system and they start making money, what do you think they're going to want to do from there? They're going to be like, dude, I want to start creating my own systems, making money. This shit works. I want to create my own fucking systems now. I'll teach you how to do both. Teach you how to do both. You come in here, you print money non-fucking stop. Fucking Look at this, man. G-Roar said he lost $800 yesterday. $30,000 plus today. Fucking people, man. Risk management. A red day is 2 to 3 losses. A green day is big wins, add to wins. The wins are always bigger percentage-wise and also dollar-wise because we add to the wins. Red days don't matter. Do you understand? They just don't fucking matter, dude. It's just part of the process to keep on trading to go green. That's all red is to us. Red, losing on a trade, is just part of the process to keep on winning, keep on taking risk, keep on trading to win more. That's all it is. When we're red, we lose small amounts compared to the wins. So it's just part of the process to keep on trading. It's part of the risk of trading. The risk was the losses. But the wins are so fucking big that we get to keep on taking risk. That's what we do, man. The wins are so fucking big, we get to keep taking risk. We don't get to keep losing because we don't lose. What do you mean you don't lose? You had a red day, you lost money this day on XYZ. Every single week we're fucking green. Red is literally just taking risk. There's levels to this shit, motherfuckers. Red is just taking a risk. That's all it fucking is, man. It's taking the risk so we can keep on going green. It's not like we're red and losing fucking money. No. Every single week we're green. Even if we have one red day out of 5 days. Oh my God. You guys need to wake up. Wake the fuck up. Click the first link in the description and join the group. You're going to gain access to multimillionaires who print non-stop. You're going to gain access to the best trades, the best chat, the most secured private organization on the fucking planet. We print non-stop, man. Our group fucks. It's unlimited fucking winning and unlimited fucking printing non-stop. This is all we do is unlimited fucking prints, man. But guys, you seriously need to like wake the fuck up and understand. We never lose money. All we're doing is taking risks to win more. What do you mean? What do you mean you lost money on that trade? It was a no. All we're doing is taking risk to win more. That's all. It's just those were the risks we had to take to win more. All we do is win. Oh, there's a red day here. Oh, there's some loss. We're not losing money. That's just the risk that we're taking to win more. We always come out green on top. You understand? So when we're losing on a trade or having a red day, we didn't lose, motherfuckers. That's what needs to click. Like, that shit needs to click into your fucking brains. If we have a red day or if we have a losing trade, we're not losing money. We're just taking, that was the risk needed for us to keep on fucking trading and winning. The fuck? You think we're going to stop there? No, we're always fucking green. If there's a red day, we're green for the week. It rarely happens. If there's a red trade, we're green enough to walk away. The fuck up, man. Click the first link and join the group. Join the group. You're going to love it. You're going to print. You're going to absolutely love it. You're going to want to shake our hands. You really are. You're going to want to shake our hands. You're going to be like, dude, these guys are fucking geniuses. In a group with a bunch of fucking geniuses. And the fucking price point is fucking amazing. It's the best investment you can make, man. Price is fucking, the price point is fucking amazing to get in here. Every single trade we make, you can make back the cost of the monthly subscription. And if you listen, you could stay here for fucking ever and print nonstop, like the vast majority of the people who join the group have. So, it's the first link down below in the description if you want to join us. Group's nearly at all-time highs. All we do is print. All we do is win, non-fucking stop. Look at this trade on puts. All the short levels hit, man. Look at this. All of the fucking short levels hit. All of these fucking short levels in the morning hit. This was on a morning game plan, man. Every single morning you get access to a newly updated morning game plan. So yeah, it's the first link down below within the description. You guys are going to fucking print like fucking crazy, man. I alerted 4 trades on calls. They all fucking went up. If you went and read on that, you didn't use a fucking profit stop. But yeah, man, it's unlimited winning. It's unlimited fucking printing. And like I said, in the future, there will be a live mentorship trading program that's going to be limited to a small group. It's not going to last forever. It's likely going to last a year. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's going to last 1 year. And that's limited. And like when that year ends, I don't know when I would do it again. I don't know when. Like I said, man, I haven't done something like that since 2022. And the last time I did something like that, G-Roar, one of the students in the group, I ended up hiring him. And then other traders who joined the group who learned from me as well, they went off to start their own fucking trading businesses using my curriculum. It's like, dude, that was in 2022. Do you understand? I took a brief period. I took some time off as well when I was trading in this program because I realized I don't even have to do YouTube anymore. There was so much winning inside of this, and we had so much members. I don't have to fucking go on fucking YouTube anymore. We had so much passive income and so much winning from all the massive trades. And just also understand that the trading, when I did my last group, this new shit is gonna be 100 times X fucking better. It's gonna be 100 times fucking X better. That's why prices is going up fucking too, and it's gonna be secured as fuck. You know, there's gonna be applications, phone calls, and it's gonna be fucking high level security. There's gonna be no fucking scammers, no bots, no fucking bullshit in this fucking group, no fucking haters, fucking degenerates, no broke ass fucking whining bitches. It's gonna be serious motherfuckers who want to print non-fucking stop. Fucking A, man. We're gonna print so fucking much. I'm telling you, man, this shit, this education I got now, and my trading, oh my gosh, my trading from 2022 to now, it's leveled up like fucking crazy, man. You could just go back and watch that live stream. You go back and you watch that live stream, you're gonna be like, dude, every single time this guy bought calls, the shit just instantly went up, and he did 3 times in a row, 3 fucking times. I'm sitting here saying, dude, when I start live trading on stream with this group, I'm sitting here saying, dude, I'm gonna do that every single fucking day, 24 fucking 7. For this group, who's gonna fucking pay me for my fucking time? Oh, I'll be the 24 fucking. I'm gonna print 24 fucking 7. They're gonna be asking, dude, why don't you charge more? It only costs that much to make all this money. People who join Team Roar, they're like, dude, I'm making thousands of dollars here, thousands of dollars there. You guys only charge that much? The fuck? Why don't you charge more? I'm like, we could charge more. We could. It's like, dude, we literally give everybody the chance to make money. And we give people the chance to make money before they join the group using the game plans, using the curriculum. This was my final trade, man. After that live stream, I took a trade on 677225 ES. I went long on ES right fucking here, man. Look at this fucking shit, man. Oh my fucking gosh, dude. Fucking nobody. This was the same day I posted that stream on Tuesday. Right before the market closed on Tuesday, I went long on ES. And on this day I already had 3 massive wins on SPY calls where I bought it at the exact lows, and I streamed this shit live. But look at this, man. This was fucking, oh my gosh. Where the fuck was this? This was on October fucking, holy shit, man. It's been one hell of a fucking week, man. A lot of fucking printing. We go to, let's see. I already have it here. That's what matters. I'm not gonna get into all that shit. Fucking, but look, ES 677225. This was at 11:34 p.m. on October 21st. I went long right here at the exact lows. I went long. This is where I got in, this white line right here, and then profit target all the way up there. And then as you could see, I said unlimited fucking winning, fucking added at 6773. Dude, the shit went straight fucking back up to fucking 607.88, and we bought the exact lows of that fucking dip. It was insane, man. It was insane, man. 4th time in a row I bought at the lows. This is literally where I got in right here. This is the time I got in. Shit rallied straight the fuck up into 6,788. Fucking printed like crazy, man. Look at that. Oh my gosh, man. It's like, dude, I'm gonna be in this new group too. Oh my fucking gosh. I'm gonna do futures trading too. I'm gonna trade options and I'm gonna trade futures. And then I think one of the people who I train, I might hire a futures trader. I'm gonna train a small group of traders, and I might hire one of them to trade futures, you know. So in the group, I'm gonna trade, and I'm gonna teach people how I trade and teach them how to create their own systems, not just how I do my system, so they can learn that too, be self-sufficient in all realms. But yeah, I might hire a futures trader in my new group. I might hire a futures trader. And then my main responsibility will be teaching the systems that I have, and then also teaching them how to create their own systems. That's my main responsibility. GRoar's main responsibility is to to alert the best real-time zero-date options trading alert system in the market. That's what you're getting access to. the best cheap, low risk, far the money, zero date option trade alert system in the market, where it just outperforms every single trader and every single group that you know of. My responsibility will be to teach people how to create their own systems and teach people how I trade with my system and do it on the live stream, right? In Team Roar, these are real-time alert systems. My group, it's going to be me trading live on stream, but not just live trading stream, but also live education and education on not only how I do my system, but how they can create their own systems as well. And like I said, in the future, I'm likely going to hire another one of my students, likely in the future, to see for futures. So I'll be the lead options trader, and I'll also trade futures at times. And my main focus is to teach the systems and to show them how to create their own systems, right? And then in the future, maybe a futures trader I hire, and he'll trade with his futures with the future system and also teach live. But yeah, man, my main focus is the live streaming zero day options, but at times I do trade futures. I've been trading futures lately. Every single time I trade it, I buy ES at the fucking lows. I buy ES at the exact lows. But yeah, if you guys want to trade alongside us, it's the first thing down below in the description. We will be winning. We will be printing nonstop inside of the group 24 fucking 7. Whether there's a video or not, we're still going to be printing. Make sure you set price alerts at all of the, levels that I mentioned. They're going to work. They're going to print non-fucking stop. Losing's a personal choice. I will see you guys within the chat. And also be on the lookout, like I said, for a limited time only. The live streams will be public, right? Open, available to people who are subscribed to this channel for a limited time. And then when I decide to launch the program, I will let you guys know on the YouTube channel. I will never send you a direct message on Discord. GRoar will never send you a direct message on Discord. We will never message you. The only thing we're offering at this time is the first link down below in the description. Do not get scammed by impersonators inside of the Discord. Do not get scammed by bots. Like I said, when I do my live educational program, it's going to be really focused on that education. I might not even have a Discord. I might have a community outside of Discord, and it's mainly going to be focused on the live stream, and then I'll make a course out of the live stream, and then some will be videos, not just live stream clips within the course. I'll organize video lesson library step by step to the system. But it's going to change lives. It's going to change a lot of lives. I'm telling you, every single time I've launched like a new business or a new educational program, it's always changed lives. Not everyone wins, not everyone has the best experiences, but man, for the people who it works for and gets it in this format, and for the right people who join, like I said, we don't want to waste anyone's time or anyone's money. We don't want the wrong people in the group. So this time there's going to be a private application with a phone call, and we're going to make sure that these are the right people for the fit. Because I'm telling you, at the point I am in my life, not just financially, but with who I am as a person, I do not want to work around or surround myself or even teach other fucking people who are just not the ones that I should be teaching. If someone doesn't qualify in a certain realm, it's like, we don't want to take your money. We really don't want to, dude. Like I said, it's going to be a small, limited group, and there's already a fuck ton of people who want to join. It's like, dude, this has been in talks about. I could have done this shit years ago. Like, I literally was just printing in Team Roar 24/7, and I also did a lot of work behind the scenes on my trading, and not just on my trading, on myself, man. This Team Roar has given me as well a lot of time, to just do what I want with my life too, not just trading, because GRoar runs like the trade alert system. I don't have to be in the thing. I've already created the system, hired employees. I don't have to be in there. Like, this shit's on autopilot. But I still trade, so there's no other group at the moment, so I just alert my trades in here. That's what I do. Um with some spare time. But man, it's freed up a lot of time for me to just focus on my trading and just life, and just becoming better and better. But man, I'm looking forward to it, man, because I've always enjoyed, teaching others how I do what I do and mentoring. It's just I have to make sure that I'm mentoring the right people who actually have a chance of being successful. And I don't want to experience, anybody like two-facing me, anyone trying to screw up the group or the community, any negativity or hate. At this point in my life, with who I've become and the amount of money that I made, I just want to make sure that I'm around the right group, the right people, the right energy. I do not want to be surrounded by any negativity or anything that's going to, try to hurt my state of mind or anything like that. I'm not looking, I'm not, just put it this way, man. In terms of where I'm at in this life, I'm not the one to be fucked with. And if someone fucks with me, I'm not going to go at them. I'm just going to ban them and remove them out of their life, and there's no refunds, right? That's how education, that's how business works. There's no refund. So if someone, comes in with negativity, disrespect, and they're out, but like I said, the way I'm going to situate this is just to make sure that it's a very low odd, low risk situation of someone like that would join in the first place, because there's going to be like a loan application and a phone call, and we're going to be verifying, if this person should be even in the group. We're not looking for people who can't hold their fucking shit. Like, if people are going to two-face and switch up and get all emotional or whatever the fuck and backstab and talk shit or what, we're not dealing with it, man. At this point in my life, I don't deal with any of that shit. I just get out of my life. That's what I'm saying. Like, if someone pays me, they're not paying to disrespect me. If someone pays me and they disrespect me, they're fucking out, and there's no fucking refund. That's on fucking them. They shouldn't have disrespected. There's a fuck ton of other people who were positive and got results. So they made their choice. That's their life. If they can't, hold themselves accountable for their actions, that's on fucking them. It's like, dude, I'm not looking to waste anyone's time, waste anyone's fucking money. All I'm trying to do is, like I said, for people who want to learn my system and also learn how to create their own system, that's who I'm trying to attract. I'm not trying to attract dabblers, bullshitters, haters, negativity, or anything like that. And if one of those people ended up getting up in the program or switched up, like I said, they would just be removed for the program. I'm not dealing with it because I'm going to have a fuck ton of other people to deal with. And I got my own shit going on behind the scenes too. So at this point in my life, I have no time to deal with any fucking bullshit or any fucking negativity. If it comes into my realm, it's just going to get blocked. It's just going to get removed. I'm not going to even respond or talk to it. There's no explanation needed. I understand if someone has constructive criticism or reaches out for help, that's a different story. But in terms of like fucking bad intent, negativity, or anything like that, it will not be tolerated, and it's completely out of the fucking group. Team Roar has been amazing. We only had to ban, I think, I would say, like, we've had thousands and thousands join. I would say, like, this year, since January, fucking almost 11 months now, we probably only had to ban like maybe 11 or 12 people, 13 at the absolute most. Like, that's not too bad for thousands of people. And like, this is like real-time 0 day alerts. Like, this is like, with this shit, of course we're going to attract, some degenerates and stuff. That's why we try to make it very, very clear before everyone joins. But in terms of like an educational group with a private application phone call, if 1,000 people join that, maybe five people, 5 to 10 at most. But it really shouldn't have to be anyone unless someone just loses their absolute fucking shit and just can't fucking control like their shit. Like, we're not gonna be the therapist. Like, that's what I'm saying, man. Trading could be very emotional for some people. If they can't fucking, they shouldn't be trading then. That's the fucking answer. Like, shouldn't be in the fucking group. People gotta fucking, keep their emotions in fucking tact. Keep their fucking shit fucking together instead of fucking releasing it out on other fucking people if they're not getting the results they want or for whatever fucking reason. It's like, dude. But anyways, look, it's the first link down below in the description if you want to join us. I will see you guys within the chat. Also, be on the lookout for more live streams. Until this program starts, like I said, I'm literally, dude, I've been just free for years just to do whatever the fuck I want to do. Like, G-Roar's been managing the group, doing the trade alert system. I've been alerting my trades in it because there's no other group. I don't even have to do that. But yeah, just be on the lookout for more live streams. And then like I said, whenever I decide to launch the program, I don't have to do it. But I have come to the conclusion that I'm definitely going to do it. It could be as early as 2026. Like I said, I don't know when it's going to be, but when it happens, I'll let you guys know. And in the meantime, just be on the lookout for more live streams, and also Team Roar. Team Roar. Regardless whether the program launches or whether the program's like isn't there yet, Team Roar is always an amazing option to gain access to the best real-time 0 day options train alert systems. This new company that I'm talking about, is going to be educational focused only, where people who want to learn the system and also want to learn how to create their own systems, that's who it's going to be for. Team Roar is a real-time zero-day options trade alert system. This is for people who want to gain access to the best real-time trade alert system within the market. Obviously, being in this group and trading alongside us, you're going to learn, because one of the ways to learn how to trade is to actually trade. Like, to learn how to do something, you have to actually do it. And if you do it around us, you're going to fucking learn, and you're going to print as you're learning, right? Obviously you're gonna learn a lot in here, but in terms of my group, it's gonna be like more visual, visual live streams, voice communication, more private communication, more mentorship, stuff like that. You're gonna learn in here too, but this is more of real-time zero-day options trading alert system. But like I said, literally in both groups, you'll be learning in different formats in different ways. Some people learn very, very well, like in the text format. Other people are more visual and like the live stream mentorship, right? Everyone learns in different ways. But even Team Roar, it's not just real-time zero-day alert system. You can learn a lot in here, especially if the format is good for you in terms of the way you learn. I mean, I learned a lot. I learned a lot within the text format, but visual is fucking, man, visually is fucking amazing. Just watch the live stream. If you watch that last live stream I posted, you should kind of see what I'm doing and how I'm able to be buying these calls at the lows, man, because that's all I've been doing this year. All I've been doing this year really is just buying calls at the lows. I literally, like, I looked at my logs, and like, I haven't made a lot of trades on puts, and I'm glad I haven't. G-Roy, he does it all, man. He'll hit the trades on puts and calls. Me, I've just mainly focused on the overall trend. If you look at the weekly chart, the overall trend's bullish. I mainly have just been focused on the calls, because I'm always trying to align myself with the overall trend. But G-Roy, man, he's been doing both, and he's been killing it both fucking ways, and that's amazing, man. Everyone has, their different expectations and standards of trading. In terms of my system, I really have mainly just been focused on the call side. There are opportunities on puts, it's just more rare. But yeah, it's because of the new all-time highs in the bullish trends. That's why it's more rare. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it off at that. I will see you guys within the group. We're gonna absolutely crush it. We're gonna finish this week very, very strong within the green.